Hi everyone, Simon Keeling here. It is Monday the 12th of November. A different view of the office today, look, for you, just to give you a little bit of variety, you understand. Thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. As I always tell you, the site's kept free of charge by the adverts that you see all around the screen. So by you coming back and using the site, it's that generates the revenue that keeps the site free of charge. And when you tell your friends about the site and they come and use it, that keeps us free of charge too. And when you use adverts, it's all that goes into the revenue generation for the site. And we've got some really good ideas that we want to develop as well through the course of the winter months, so please do come back and use us and spread the word around. Now, first up today, I've got these charts for you. This is the short range from the GFS for the next 7 days. It shows today this area of rain that's been moving steadily through the country during the course of today. It's a warm front, and behind it we've got a warm sector. Now, what a warm sector is that area behind the front that's quite moist, quite damp. It brings lots of low cloud and drizzle, particularly to windward facing coasts. In this case, it's the western Wales and southern parts of England. But for more eastern areas, it can bring some brighter spells. And in fact, I'm based here in South Staffordshire, and as I look just out the window at the moment, it's already coming through. So a warm sector really living up to its name. And by this evening, that warm front is east of the UK. But you'll notice here, this is a trailing cold front that's coming back in through Ireland, and you'll notice how that moves little during the next few days, but it just keeps a feed of moist air coming in off the Atlantic through Ireland through into western Scotland as well, whilst more southern parts of the country tend to stay in this southwesterly flow. Now, what that means is that western parts of Wales and southwestern coasts of England are likely to be clogged up with low cloud and drizzle, but towards more central and eastern areas, although the mornings will be dull, or rather, well, Tuesday morning is dull, it should become brighter, and I think sunny spells developing for northern England and much of the Midlands through the course of the day on Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon, we've still got that rain affecting Ireland and Scotland as well. Excuse me, and low clouds still affecting Wales and southwest England, but I think through the Midlands and northeast England, here it should be dry with some brighter spells coming through. Across northern Scotland as well, it'll be brighter with some sunnier spells here and cooler conditions across the north as well. But notice this little nose of high pressure that's building in from the continent through England and Wales. Now, overnight into Wednesday, what happens here is that ridge builds in. Now, I think that starts to present some complications because we're going to be finding a weak front going north on Wednesday. That brings quite a dull and drizzly day across much of England and also Wales, but following into southern counties of England, the wind shift into the southeast, we get some dry weather here, so probably becoming brighter on Wednesday afternoon here. Still rain across Scotland, the front pushing northward, so rain across northern and western Scotland, western parts of Ireland as well. But I think the overall story for Wednesday is going to be one of getting brighter across those more southern areas. Now, that then brings some implications overnight into Wednesday, because as the front moves north, so skies become clear. And notice how the isobars here are becoming much, much further apart. Now, what this is going to do is to lend itself to the development of mist and fog. At the moment, it looks as if there'll be too much cloud across Ireland and northern England and southern Scotland to allow too much fog to form. But I do think that through England and Wales, particularly through the Midlands, eastern Wales running up to probably northeast England, we could find an area of fairly dense fog by the time we're getting into Thursday morning. Now again, there could be more fog across central parts of Scotland too, and because the wind stays so light through Thursday, I think there's little chance of any fog that does form actually clearing, so it could stay in some places throughout the day. So we need to think in terms of dense fog through the Midlands and northern England, and probably late on Thursday southern parts of England as well through Thursday. Then we head in towards Friday, and on Friday we start to see a change. You'll notice how the isobars become close together. This shifts the fog from central and eastern areas as an area of rain moves through Scotland, Ireland and into northwest England, Wales and southwestern parts of England. That then edges its way eastwards overnight into Saturday, although really very little left on it by the time it gets into the Midlands. Most of it affecting southwestern areas, very little into the southeast. It really isn't until Saturday evening that we see some more persistent rain moving across across southeastern parts of the country and the Midlands, but by Sunday morning most of that has cleared as another ridge of high pressure built in, although notice we've still got rain affecting East Anglia and the southeast. Could be a touch of frost on Sunday morning as this ridge builds in, but then our attention goes out west because we've got this developing low which has been quite a consistent feature now on the last few runs of the model. By Monday that feature is pushing strong winds and heavy rain eastwards through the country and bringing gales across northern and western Scotland and north and west of Ireland. Notice how the rain is slow to clear away through the Midlands and South East England, so it could be that we're quite wet down here, but sunny spells and showers following in behind, mainly affecting western parts of Scotland and the west of Ireland. And then as we head in towards Tuesday, so this is Tuesday the 20th, still got rain affecting the far southeast. Look, this could be quite a wet period for the far southeast of England, breaking down the dry conditions of late, but then some more clouds and more showers moving into Western Ireland, these spreading their way eastwards through the course of the day, and that could be a change that takes place around about the 20th of the month. Now this is from the GFS ensemble, and you notice how temperatures, which is the red colours here, kind of holding up through until around the 19th or 20th. Then we see this dip down, look, and then this ever so gradual slide into colder temperatures by the time we get into the 26th or 27th of the month, and that really is what the ensemble tells us as we go through the charts. Let's just get on to the period of the 20th. It's this trough, look, that we need to watch up to the northwest. So this is the 19th. This is a week today, so this is Monday. Notice what happens to that low. Look, it develops west of the country, it brings in this cold or cooler source air from the west, and this is going to be a gradual leaching away of any heat, bringing in cooler conditions from this period from about the 20th onwards. And it keeps the low, keeps the trough pretty close. So although we're going to be seeing cooler conditions, it does stay pretty unsettled. Look, we've still got these outbreaks of rain, probably showery rather than wet. However, what I don't want you to think is that we're in for a period of wintry weather. This is not wintry weather, this is just slipping into colder weather. I think it becomes milder beginning of December before we then go into our first real hit of winter around about the 5th of December. Let me just show you though this chart from the Canadian model which we need to watch. This is the equivalent chart for the 21st of November, which just so happens to be my birthday. No, don't worry about your cards and presents. It's fine, although obviously a few would be nice. But this is the 21st, and notice how the GFS look has got the low west of Scotland, but look at the Canadian. It brings a deep low through the country. This would be sleet and snow, well, rain turning to sleet and snow should this occur. It then clears that feature eastwards away from the UK. There we are on the 22nd, slowly clears it way eastwards, but this would introduce much colder weather around about the 21st. Now don't get carried away with that one yet. I think that the Canadian has overdone it at this stage, but we've got a watch period on this 20th, 21st for this cooler weather potentially coming in, and it's the start of that cooler weather as well that the GFS ensemble saw. It's this start of the slide of the temperatures, so we do definitely need to watch this period from a week on Tuesday. Let's see what the Canadian comes up with tomorrow morning, but for now just concentrate on that, and let's just see how things develop. I'll be updating you on that through Twitter and through the musings via the website. So thanks again for watching weatherweb.net. Remember, the sites get free of charge by the adverts around the screen and by you coming back and using us. So thanks again for watching, and keep the sun shining. Bye for now.